Hello and welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. As kids were taught, it's better to give than to receive. It's a lesson that teaches us good morals and to do nice things for other people. But how much truth is really behind the old saying, is giving really better for the giver? Here to help us figure it out is philanthropy advisor and author of the new book, The Giving Way to Happiness, Jenny Santee. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here, Dr. Manny.
In your book, which I think is a great, fascinating read, you explain that there might be some health benefits to giving things away or to just be, to develop that kind of moral high ground. What are they?
There's definitely science to what we keep hearing, that it's better to give than to receive, and that it's in giving that we receive. So, for example, it's through fMRI technology that we now know that there are two brain reward systems that are activated when we are giving or when we are volunteering. Mm-hmm. And these are exactly the same parts of the brain that light up when we think of thoughts of food and sex, and when we think of our romantic partners.
Right.
And these are exactly the same parts of the brain that light up when we give.
Let's say I'm in my 30s, or I'm in my 20s, or I'm in my 40s. When should people start, playing around with the concept of, I'm going to do something every year for something? How should they organize themselves, and when should they start?
In this book, I interviewed so many people from different walks of life, mm-hmm. and it's not just the philanthropists, as in the Bill Gateses and the Warren Buffetts of this world who have billions of dollars to give away, but even little children. Like there's this young boy from Florida by the name of Joshua Williams, who was only 5 years old when he started giving and when he involved his church and his school and his local community to give. When it comes to how to figure out what kind of giving is right for you, the main thing is that you should ask yourself, what are you passionate about? It's our passion that should be the foundation for our giving.
Right. All right. So, and that's good advice, because, we live in a modern world and all that donation becomes public information. Mm-hmm. They get bombarded with requests, and this is one of the things that you talk about, this compassionate fatigue.
It's true that it does happen, compassion fatigue, donor fatigue, which is the exact opposite of the idea that giving feels good, because like you very accurately pointed out, getting asked for things all the time can get really annoying.
Right. And you get a guilt, you feel guilty.
Exactly. And when you're constantly dealing with charities, it can be very cheerless at some point, especially when you're dealing with very difficult issues such as, let's say, animal abuse or cancer. Constantly dealing with that can really drain you, and you can get disenchanted as a donor. And you can feel the total opposite of happiness, which is depletion and even resentment for giving.
Yeah, and just like you said, I think that you should concentrate in one passion, mm-hmm. feel good about it, and don't feel guilty that you're not supporting something else, because at the end of the day, you are supporting something, which is the premise of having that positive feeling.
And when you're supporting charities, when you're volunteering, when you're giving your time, your treasures, your talents to something, it's not really a choice between good and bad. It's frequently a choice between good and good. So the thing is, you should choose not just what is good for the world, but it's also what is good for you, what resonates deeply with you. What is it that makes you tick? What is it that ticks you off?
What's the last words that you would tell somebody out there who wants to start giving?
I would say find your passion. Ask yourself, what keeps you up at night? What do you care most about? Is there something that you went through that was painful, or something that you just want to go back to and come full circle and give to that? Find your passion, and also be proactive about your giving. Don't just give to the most persistent charities that constantly hound you, but really find out, set the time aside to find out where you want to give. What are the causes that really resonate with you? And when you do that, when you give from an authentic place, then you'll feel all the benefits that we talk about. You'll get the sense of happiness, the increased vitality, all these health benefits, mental, physical benefits, and you'll keep giving because it makes you feel great.
All right, well, that's a very good advice, and we're entering the season of giving, so this is the time to pick up the book, read, get yourself educated. And where can people find the book and more information?
It's available wherever books are sold, and it's also on my website, which is jennysanti.com.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manny.
And if you have any health questions, send them here at Fox at drmanny@foxnews.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.